Desperate day as far as Manchester United are concerned. I tell you what, Coisty, Anno from the West Midlands got an interesting point here. He says, Ali, do you think that Manchester United are a spitting image of my beloved Rangers in their current state?
I can see similarities. In fact, I was talking about that last night. I can definitely see similarities. But I would say United, with the money that's been spent, are probably... I'm loath to say they're in a slightly worse position. In answer to the question, yes, I can see similarities, sadly.
Yeah, both sides, both clubs in a bit of trouble at the moment, to say the least.
Yes.
Look, let's take a quick call, shall we, on this one? Who are we speaking to? Jules. Hello, Jules. Man United fan. Morning, Jules.
Morning, Jeff. Morning, Eddie. How are you guys?
Yeah,
very well
thanks,
this morning, mate.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How are you feeling today?
Yeah, I'm okay, right? I mean, okay, we gambled against Arsenal. We got through, right, on penalties. We went out, right? But, Amorim makes sense. And actually, he's been doing the right thing since he came in. People were questioning him, putting people in and out the team, changing his back four or whatever. Actually, in the last 3 games, it looks like a team. It feels like a team. But actually, Ally McCoist could score more goals than that front line, right?
Jules, I'll be honest with you, it didn't look like much of a team to me on Sunday.
Well, Jeff, maybe you and I can disagree.
I thought they were really, really poor.
No, they weren't. Actually, they had no cutting edge. They weren't poor. Actually, De Ligt played out of his skin. First time ever, right? He understands what it is to be a leader in that defense, right? Ugarte and Bruno, fantastic in the middle of the park. The wide guys managed to get down the side, but no cutting edge, right?
Yeah, but your best player was the goalkeeper, which tells you all sorts of things, and Nana made a load of saves. Yeah,
and actually he's a good keeper, right? But actually he can't deal with continuous pressure, right? And that's what, when you guys measure Man U, what are you measuring them against? You're measuring them against 13 titles, right? And so that's what Amorim has been brought in to do. Otherwise, we could have stuck with Erik ten Hag. He had the same squad. He also didn't have a goal scorer, and that was his problem, really. But fundamentally, he's been brought in to win the Premier League. Is it going to be this year? No. But actually, maybe we'll get closer next year, and maybe the year after we'll be contenders.
Yeah. Jules, just a quick one, mate.
Right?
Jules, just a quick one, mate. I mean, where are you? Where I can hear your pain. Where are you with Rasmus Højlund at this moment in time? Because I'll tell you, I thought there would be improvement in him. I really did. I genuinely thought he's willing enough runner. He gets himself in goal-scoring positions. I thought he would calm down. I thought he'd show a little bit more composure as he got a little bit more experience. But sadly, I'm not seeing it, mate.
Yeah, Ali, I've got to agree with you, right? I've got to agree with you. You went on that streak at the tail end of last year when it was 4, 5, 6 games in a row, goals, really good goals, and what have you. But I just don't know, right? You look at Anthony leaving the club, you look at Rashford leaving the club, and what have you. Is there just too much pressure, right? And actually, is that the thing that a manager has to deal with, right? And maybe we're thinking Amorim is doing that, right? You're saying, just play the pattern, guys. The results will come. You play the pattern I want. And right now, as I say, I don't think we don't have that cutting edge, right? We rely on Bruno exclusively.
Yeah. Jules, thank you very much indeed, mate.
Thanks for the call,
Have
mate.
a good day.
I will say, Jeff, just a quick one.
Yeah.
What a finish. I know it didn't count for anything at the end of the day, but what a finish from Fernandes.
Oh, yeah, brilliant.
What a goal.
I wonder where on earth they'd be without him. I'll be absolutely honest with you. Joining us now is talkSPORT's Manchester correspondent, our man at Old Trafford yesterday, Micky Gray. Morning, Micky.
Jeff, Coisty, good morning. How are you?
Yeah,
excellent.
Yeah,
Paul,
good.
excellent.
Thanks. Yeah. I mean, look, Ruben Amorim, talking afterwards about the aim is to win the Premier League. I think it's been taken out of context because he did qualify it with sort of saying at some stage in the future. Yeah. But I tell you what, with Micky, with this side, where do you even start?
Well, Jeff, I mean, he did say that got asked the question, but he did say about he may not be the manager if that happens at Manchester United. And the way you're looking at it now, you have to understand his words because, is it going to be this system at Manchester United that's going to take them forward at best? And I know this is pretty harsh to say this right now, but because they lost yesterday, they're a cup team. That's all Manchester United are. I mean, the guy who's just been on the phone there talked about them not having a striker. Well, they had the opportunity to bring 2 good strikers in, and they went and spent over £100 million on bringing 2 players in who can't score goals. Coisty, you're right. You brought up Fernandez's goal yesterday. It was a brilliant finish, and he's the one who kind of pulls them out the mire at times. But other than that, you're just scratching your head every single week, and you're wondering where the performance is going to come from and where the next result's going to come from, because that's where Man United are right now.
It's amazing to watch, Mickey. I mean, the decline and the how much do you think, Mickey, is the problem? The decline in standards all around Manchester United, you know, on and off the pitch. How much do you take that into account, and how much do you take in the falling so far behind because of the improvement, the massive improvement in your Brightons, your Bournemouths, your Brentfords, teams like that?
Well, I mean, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in the dressing room to see what's being said between the players, to see what type of conversations they have. I mean, you talk about the players that have actually left in the January window and even in the summer as well. I think the guy mentioned that Scott McTominay as well. I'm not saying that Scott McTominay is the best player in the world, but he absolutely loved Manchester United. And I think until they start bringing in maybe a batch of British players back through the doors at Manchester United, I don't think they really know what it means to play for a club like that. Because I'm watching these players at the moment, I don't think they're good enough. I think there's certain players who are probably playing at the moment now because of experience, but you can see that they're just clearly not good enough to take Manchester United forward. I think everybody's probably on the same page, thinking that they like Ruben Amorim as a manager, but if he's not going to get results on a regular basis, then, you know, nice men lose their jobs. We've seen it in the past. I don't know who needs to walk through the door to get the results at Manchester United. He talked about when he first came to the club about we're going to have to suffer. I don't think anybody expected Man United to suffer the way they're suffering now, because we expected them to maybe in about 7th or 8th position, challenging for cup competitions. Their only lifeline at the moment is Europe, and you can't really see them going on to win that trophy because of the side that are left in it.
Do you fear, Mickey, just finally, because we're miles over, do you fear that if they went out against Real Sociedad, would you fear for Ruben Amorim's position?
Well, I think you've got to bring it into the conversation, Jeff. I really do. I mean, if he doesn't go on any further in the Europa League, where are Man United? They're going to have no European football. And what do? Do they go and sack him and then pay him up and bring somebody else in and change the system again? Because then you're back to square one. It's just a complete mess at Manchester United at the moment, and I don't know where it turns. I really don't. It's just horrible at the minute. Yeah,
I think that's the... You know, you sound like a United fan there. Nobody seems to know where to turn, Mickey. Absolutely spot on.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.